Okay, what we're going to attempt now is to add some shading. And the way that we're going to add shading is we're going to unsee this present for just momentarily. We're going to unsee it. So I'm going over to my layers. I'm looking for layer 2. It could say red. All right. And then I've created 4 layers. Right now they're on the top. I'm going to be moving those around, but I named them top left, bottom left, top right, bottom right. And what I'm going to use those for are these colors: top left, bottom left, top right, bottom right. All right. So now that I have that, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to show this layer. Okay. I'm going to make my first selection. So I'm going to grab top left. All right, and notice that it's seen, even though I don't have anything on it. Guys, I can use the pen tool like I used before, but a really quick way, since I'm using rectangles, is the rectangular marquee. Just be thinking about this when you're designing your next present, okay? So I am grabbing basically what is underneath that bow. Do you see that? And now I'm going to fill it, but watch what I fill it with. I'm not going to fill it with the red that I already have. I already have a red. I'm going to fill it with something that I'm going to shade it with. And the color that I'm picking, in case you want to know, is this dark purple. All right. But I'm going to go ahead and either I'm going to grab it here, or I'm going to go ahead and grab it up here, which this happens to be my dark purple. So I'm going to grab it and say, okay. Now this is going to look strange, but just stay with me here. I'm going to fill it with dark purple. What? Okay, just watch and see. I'm going to take this. This is my darkest shade, and I'm going to go over here to opacity, and I'm going to change the opacity. There's 2 ways to do that. You can click on this and draw this over, and it'll be lighter. It's going to get lighter. Do you see that? It's going to start to get lighter. But this is going to be my darkest one. So let's say I'm going to make it 30. All right. Remember, that's going to be my darkest one. So everything from here on out is going to be a little bit lighter. I'm going to deselect. Okay. I'm going to check it. Look at that. It's darker. Don't you love that? Okay. Next, I'm going to do the rectangular marquee, because this is working for my shape. And I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom left. So I want to make sure I can see that. Grab it. I'm going to do the bottom left. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this shape. You guys, I'm going all the way under the ribbon at this point. Going under the ribbon at this point. Okay. And now I'm going to fill it with the same color. I already know I have the right color. I'm going to fill it. Oh my goodness, it looks so dark. Don't worry about this. We're going to fix that later. It looks so dark. I can't believe it. It's so dark. So you're going to go to the opacity. Here's another way of doing it. If you just go to the word opacity, then you're going to see a left and right arrow, and you can just start bringing it down. It's got to be less than 30. So I'm going down. I think at this point I'm going to use this, and I'm going to go to something I can tell the difference. Looks about a 15. Okay. And then I'm going to do one more over here. So let me deselect, Command D. And then I'm going to do one more here. So I'm going to go up here and grab the rectangular marquee tool, because that works for this shape of this present. And I'm going to make, whoopsies, sorry, grab the rectangular marquee tool, and I'm going to make my marquee. And I really want to make sure it's even with that other one. Okay. There's my marquee. I'm going to fill it. Sorry, I'm going to fill it. I still have the same color. I'm going to drop that in. This one has to be lighter than 15. So let's make it 9. Okay. Now, I actually put this on the same level. So this was incorrect. I want to have it on a different, layer. So I'm going to go back up into my history. Sorry, everybody. And go back up to the paint bucket. Just there. And I want to make sure I pick the next layer, right? The top right. Now I'm going to fill it. And see, it's super dark, but I want to make that lighter. So I'm going to go up to opacity, and I think we said maybe 9, 8, right? And I actually don't need to do this one. Command D, get rid of that. I'm not going to need to do this one because watch what happens when I view this layer. Now I've got the different shades of that same color, right? If you're going to use the black, if you're going to use the green, then you can also use this dark green gray for your shade, okay? It just so happens that this dark purple is going to be a great shade for your box. Now this almost makes my box look three-dimensional. Look at that, okay? Let's see what happens when I unsee that. There's my box so far. Isn't that cool? But I still have a bow to go, so that's going to be my next tutorial.